brincador y voy pa 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 pam.
This big new movie, Tenet, and I mean, everyone is so excited about this, and I'm sure you're excited. You finally get to talk about it, right?
Yes, I'm super excited. I can't wait for everybody to see it. Just to be a part of it. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Christopher Nolan, so this is a dream come true.
Well, we've all been wanting to see more of it, and without further ado, let's get to it. The world premiere of the brand new trailer for the first time ever right here in Fortnite. Check it out.
Come on!
Ya he acabado, ya he acabado. No, no, por favor. ¡La luna la gran pantalla!
All I have for you is a word.
El primer evento.
We'll open the right doors.
El primer evento. El evento que sale.
Some of the wrong ones, too.
Bueno.
Use it carefully.
To do what I do, I need some idea of the threat we face.
As I understand it, we're trying to prevent World War III.
I'm not saying Armageddon here.
No. Something worse.
I gather you have an interest in a certain Russian national.
Why don't you bring me in?
You really want to know? He can communicate with the future.
Time travel.
No. Inversion.
Aim it and pull the trigger. You're not shooting the bullet, you're catching it.
Whoa. Well, I've seen too much.
Well, we'll try and keep up.
Your duty transcends national interests. This is about survival.
Seems bold.
Bold, I'm fine with. I thought you were going to say nuts. This is where our worlds collide.
How would you like to die?
Old.
You chose the wrong profession.
What the hell happened here?
Hasn't happened yet.
There are people in the future who need us. Who need Tenet.
We need to save them here and now.
This reversing the flow of time. Doesn't us being here now mean it never happened? You want to crash a plane?
But not from the air. No one's so dramatic.
Well, how big a plane?
That part is a little dramatic.
Boom. Y nada más.
Oh my God, there you go. The new trailer for Tenet. John, David, more questions, maybe a few more answers, but what an amazing epic film. Tell me, I mean, what was your reaction when you saw that trailer? Because you obviously, spent a long time filming this thing, but the way that, the way it's cut together and the sort of the questions that it's prompting, what was your reaction when you saw it?
I was overwhelmed with joy, disbelief suspended in that. I was admiring how well the beard was kept up. But really, it's just, it's interesting because there are just little, nuggets of information and just breadcrumbs of information about the movie that I was surprised that he was going to reveal. And I love that he did. And it's just, being a huge fan of Christopher Nolan, this seems like, we're familiar with his films. We obviously know his films, but
Un momento.
Way to see all the.
Hola, Paul, hola, hola, Paul, hola.
I assume you sort of had a
Vas a
world
mirar
tour
este
in a
video.
way. It looks like, I mean, you were in India,
Es una
Italy,
peli.
like all these different places.
La hacen cada hora, Paul.
So you really filmed in all those locations, right?
Yeah, we were there from Tallinn, Estonia to Mumbai, India, Amalfi Coast, Copenhagen. It was, and to me, it just gives the film so many different personalities. There's an international environment that's set with these characters that they're placed in, and what you saw is where we were. It's not green screen. We had some cameras out there, and we filmed it, and at these beautiful locations, and sort of in these interesting sort of alien-like looking, planet-looking places as well. So it was, which gave me more motivation to like just give it my all because of the set pieces and where we are, and we're so detailed and specific to the story that we're trying to tell. And when you watch the trailer, I highly recommend watching it again and again. You get more answers. Oh,
I just said every little line of dialogue, I'm sure, has to be, kind of reverse engineered and dissected. There's a lot going on in this film, like you would expect from Christopher Nolan, but the epicness matched with, such an interesting narrative and huge stunt sequences, action sequences. I wanted to ask you about that because from a stunt perspective, I mean, you're doing things that are not supposed to be humanly possible. And I mean, it's just like the reverse rappelling or whatever you call that. I don't know how much you can share about what's really going on there, but how did you film those things?
Chris and Hoyte van Hoytema had a camera, and they yelled action and cut. No, but like it was some of the moves that we were doing, especially those hand-to-hand sequences. And the physicality of it all. Some our stunt guys, George Cottle and company, they've never done some of these moves before. They were sort of inventing them for this movie specifically. So it's so exciting that we're going to be able to introduce this new style of fighting, this new style of combat. You know what I mean? And again, to be seen in a theater, in a movie, on a big movie screen, it's gonna be so vibrant. Oh my God. Telling you.
No, and again, what I love about this film too is that it's going to be thought-provoking. I think it's the thing you want to experience with your friends, talk about afterwards, and pull apart.
Yes.
And I'm sure even as you guys were filming, you were trying to kind of understand all the layers of this because again, like what we see is only the surface.
Every day, I was bugging. Every day, I had questions for him, but he was very gracious and he answered them very calmly and patiently. With me, it was important that we were able to track the actors track the story correctly so we can tell it the best way we could. And so he was very patient with us. And I say that very politely.
well, you're lucky that you get to text Chris Nolan when you have a question about the film. The rest of us just have to carefully dissect the trailer and go to Reddit to try and understand what's actually going on there. But I got to say, it's like so many hints. And that's what we love, I think, is like, slowly peeling back the layers of this, but still having such an interesting heartfelt story that I'm sure is at the core of this film, like all of his work. And yeah, it's so exciting to get a glimpse at this. The airplane sequence at the end of the trailer, that was completely unexpected. I didn't know we were going to see that or that was even in the film. Is that like a practical effect with like a real 747?
Yeah, that was a real plane, and that was a real building that they crashed that plane into. And we, cast and crew all witnessed it. It was epic, it was incredible. And, we all cheered and hurrayed and hurrahed when they yelled cut after Chris felt like he got it. So, that what you saw is really what happened. At least the night I was there.
No, I got to say, the scale of this looks absolutely incredible. We all can't wait to see it. And I think I speak for everyone here in Fortnite. With being so honored that, you and Chris decided to bring Tenet first to Fortnite to show the world this way. No, this is, again, we're making history, and thank you so much, John David, for joining us. You made it into a video game, finally.
I did it.
Hopefully the first of many.
Hope so.
Awesome. All right, John David Washington, thanks for joining us. Thanks again to John David Washington. And before I go, there is one final surprise. This summer, we will be screening an iconic Christopher Nolan full-length feature film right here on the big screen. Stay tuned. for more details.
A ver, a ver, a ver. Se acabó, ¿no? Se acabó. Bueno. Pero nos abandonaron. Ay. Paul, ¿qué quieres que juegue? Dímelo por los comentarios. Modo, un parto. Dime qué quieres que juegue. Solitario. Después voy a hacer parkour, ¿vale? Paul, dime por los comentarios si te puedes conectar. Vale, Paul, dime por los comentarios si te puedes conectar. ¿Dónde caigo, Paul? Sí. Diga señorío, Oye, 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 cuánta peña. Paul, ¿puedo caer en señorío? Vale, Paul, tú decides mi partida. ¡Ah! ¡Ah! Vale, Paul, me voy a... ¿Quién está viendo mi directo? 4 personas, tío. Que dejo un comentario y quien esté viendo mi directo. ¡Ay! Sí! Sí, vale. Gracias, Paul. No me digas eso. No me digas eso. ¡Ah! ¡Ah! No hemos pillado por la cara, güey. ¡Ja! ¿Cómo le hemos pillado, tío? O sea... Y están echando la boti. ¡Pumba! Llego y se la come. Caras de fusil. Oh, un pavo. Segunda kill. Quien esté viendo mi directo, vale, Paul, GG en el chat, Paul. GG. Se me buguean los co... ¡Oh! 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 Paul, pon GG en el chat, que me ha tocado una spas. Bueno. Es que no me lo creo, bro. No sé. Vale. Oh. Paul, ¿cómo se llama el pico que llevo? No lo sé, pero lo tengo. ¿Por qué dices? No lo sé, pero lo tengo. No, vale, no lo sé, pero lo tengo. Vale, vale. Vale, o sea, normal que tengas este pico. Es el festival de invierno, Paul. Es de los regalos. Qué bonito, sí. Vamos sin cura. Me voy a dar cuenta. Vamos a los hills. Nos faltan 13 tíos. Es muy difícil matar. Y ahora también tenéis sobre lo del mundo, vale. Vale, vale. Se disparan, por el lado. Bueno. Es que la peña que tiene Barret me caga. Es que yo un poco. Ahí ya al fondo. No me va a dejar rotar. No me va a dejar rotar. La mierda, bro. Tiene el boom. No, es imposible. Si deleteamos ese pavo. Los fueron 24. Hemos pegado el primer tiro. Eso es lo bueno, bro. Es que no juega al Fortnite. No. Me hago un hacker y no hago directo. Me hago un hacker pero no hago directo. Paul, te puedes conectar. Vale. Bueno, voy a finalizar el directo, voy a cerrar la play, después voy a hacer otro directo. Pues bueno, hasta la próxima.